What's good, YouTube? This is a quick video. I think this is an important topic just to address. The main reason for your depression, anxiety, negative thoughts, and ultimately the hell you experience living here on Earth, it comes from unawareness and unconsciousness, because all sentient beings are conscious, and it was a programming and conditioning you were born with on this planet to make you believe that animals are not sentient or conscious just like you are. You know, they don't have a capability to expand awareness and consciousness just like you do. They're not spiritual beings just like you are. They are. And, you know, we have a big problem in suicide and suicidal, feelings and thoughts and basically anything negative pretty much. Because ultimately it's gonna result, your lack of changing and your willingness to change is gonna result in everything negative. So you can even see, like, back from when every video I've ever made, like every single time I've made a new video is for an entirely different reason, and I went through certain things in my life that made me spiritually be aware of myself and be conscious of myself and the different things I've done in my life to affect others outside of myself. That includes all sentient creatures as well. And I've had a very negative influence on others because I wasn't vegan, because I didn't know that it was wrong to eat meat, it was wrong to eat eggs, it was wrong to consume dairy. I didn't know these things. So I'm making this video now to let you know pretty much anything wrong with your life is because of these reasons. Because when someone's materialistic and they have certain things in their life that allows them to feel like they're in heaven, but they're eating meat, and you look up to these people, you want to be like these stars or whoever it may be, you ultimately just throw morals and ethics and higher judgments out of the window. But when you're in the court of law, when you're in real life, you come to realize that these celebrities and people you look up to, they're just people. And you realize this because you become a brighter star, you become a better person, and then you take your own power back and you start creating things and you start making whatever it may be, right? So I'm not using this channel as a place to vent or talk or whatever. This is ultimately for higher knowledge and, collective ascension. No, because I've come here, no, I'm just like everyone else. I'm not here to be better than anyone. I'm here to acknowledge all the evil, darkness, wickedness, and disgusting that's on here in this world and in this universe. So ultimately, I've sent a few prayers out to God to try to understand what's going on in this universe, why there's evil, why there's darkness, why there's wickedness, why to the point where I'm unconscious and unaware, and I've experienced these things and hurt other sentient creatures along my life. Like, I didn't want to be responsible for that. I have blood on my hands, and I never wanted to be responsible for that. Anytime you bought chicken at the store, you literally get blood on your hands. Your investment, your purchase, you're funding a industry that is evil, violent, cruel. I unconsciously and unawareingly, hurt people I love and care about and are close to me. Some to the point of resulting in their own death and their, like, physical pain, and, even me lashing out, even me, getting angry and just having negative emotions, all of these things, because those are all the things those animals were feeling when they died. And, I'm just eating their body parts. You gotta think about how disgusting it is. It's disgusting. It's foul. It's just, I don't know what better word than disgusting. It's disgusting. You're killing another heartbeat, just like your beating heart. You might not be doing it yourself, but you're paying someone to do it, and then you're eating their body parts. And some people are hunters. They actually go out there and do it themselves. You know, there's a vegan person that I know on YouTube that also realized the same thing. They were hunting, and they realized how they felt when they killed an animal, an innocent animal. They killed it, and they realized what they were doing, and they changed their ways. So I sent a prayer out, basically saying, I deserve the same karma. I've caused others close to me that I love to suffer as well, because it's the people closest to you that you influence the most in a negative or positive way. And me, with my unconsciousness, with my unawareness, I didn't know I was supposed to be vegan. I never knew these things. I'm 24 years old. I realized, trying to be vegan and these things kind of around when I was around 16 years old. But I had so many people around me, so many people influencing me in negative ways that I didn't realize nothing. I was just unconscious, unaware, living life, doing what everyone else does. I didn't know the impact of my actions. I didn't know that karma and God ultimately will reign supreme, and it'll be the deciding fact. Why do you think you deserve a human body? Why do you think you deserve this consciousness, and even to even watch this video and to understand it and to comprehend this language and be on, why do you think you deserve that? People feel entitled to these things, and they can be taken away. You can immediately reincarnate as an animal, the same animal you're eating, the same person that you cause suffering, harm to, and have to go through the same things. And ultimately, you should never even be in fear with those things. You should be happy and glad to say, hey, I caused someone to suffer these things. It's okay. I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna grow up. I'm gonna say, hey, even if my karma comes back tenfold, and even though I didn't do what I did on purpose and I didn't do it consciously, I wasn't evil, right? But in that moment, I was evil. I was unconscious. I was unaware of what I was doing, and I caused someone pain to suffer that I love and I care about. And I thought I was loving. I thought I was being loving until one thing happened, and then another thing happened, and another thing happened. And only when it after all ended, later on, did I reflect back in my life and realize what me did, took accountability and responsibility for my actions. Do you understand? This is serious. This is real life. This is universe. This is spirituality. This is real life. What y'all, most people, what currently believe things, they're not living real life. They're living a lie. They're living in deceit. Some people believe in the devil and all of these things. So if the devil was real, it would be the people currently in power, running the world right now that we're in. And it's not just this world; it's the whole universe. You gotta think about it. There's aliens that are predatorial as well. They feed on fear. They feed on lower vibrational emotions. They feed on negativity. They inflict that. They're conscious of it. They know what they're doing. So they took it upon themselves to, some aliens even, what do you call it? They abduct humans and people, and do all sorts of experiments, and some of them eat people, literally kill them. Some humans even down here on Earth are cannibals and are tribal, and they live in cannibalistic law. They're legally allowed to live this way on Earth. Just living indigenously, in other words, primitively out in the wild jungles. So, you gotta really take a big breath and kind of pay attention to everything. There's a lot going on that, with only awareness and consciousness and spirituality, you can get to. You can have an understanding. You can have, because that's ultimately what you want. You want to know. You want to know things. You want to have an understanding. You want to figure things out. You have all these questions, and Google can't give you the answer. Shout out to all the people that recommended to use GPT. It's an amazing AI. High intellectual beings came together to create, through science and technology and development, and they ultimately developing your spirituality as well, their spirituality as well. They created these things. This phone I'm using right now to get this video out, to watch YouTube videos, and just we're all connected collectively together. And all of these things is something you have so much to be grateful for if you would only be spiritual. So yeah, just take my word for it. Go vegan, be vegan, figure it out. Do your research. I'll help you. I'll make more videos. But I got all this work to do. I repent. I repent for the things I've done because what you need to understand, I've directly experienced people close to me that I love with all my heart, care about them, and I hurt them. I caused them to die even. Do you understand? I can get into the details of it actually. I'll do it. I had a pet bird. I named her Zoya. And I had a lot of birds growing up. I always loved birds because, they can fly, angelic souls, right? But what I came to realize was that some of them flew away. The first bird I ever had died, got her neck snapped somehow. I don't even know how. I wasn't there to protect her when that happened. And then I got another bird, and that bird, I named that one Angel, and that one flew away after I left New York. And then I had another cockatiel named Sammy, and that one flew away. There was another parakeet that I had, little white parakeet, and then her name was Henna or something. That one flew away out the window while it was still there somehow eventually. But, ultimately, these animals were trying to survive, and the most closest experience I've had to love was real genuine love for another sentient creature such as myself was this bird named Zoya that my family friend basically bought for me as soon as I moved to Texas when I was 11 after my dad passed away back in New York. And when I got here, I was gifted this creature, this friend. You would call it a pet, but this person meant a lot to me. And yes, I saw that bird. I see that bird as a person. I respect that person. And I love that person. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was basically, the bird would like to basically bite on pimples and clean my nails out and just loved me. I would talk to the bird, and it was a parrot. It was a Quaker parrot. The first bird I had was a Quaker parrot too. That one name was Sarah. Got his neck snapped, right? And this bird suffered the same fate and got his neck snapped by my little sister. And I accidentally clipped half of its beak off, and it was in pain. It was screaming on top of the door. I didn't even know it was up there. I was unconscious, unaware. I wasn't vegan. I didn't know nothing. I was just in high school, just doing what everyone else does. But I've had direct experiences of how my actions and my unawareness and my unconsciousness affected someone I love in such a negative way. And not only that, but I abused that bird a little bit, because it would do things like bite my pimples, and I would get angry and try to make it stop, and I would basically hit it on the beak, and then it would get. I just was reflecting how I was abusing that bird. It was hurting. It was like, ow, stop! Why are you hitting? And it was fighting me back, and I just came to realize that what I was doing was being unconscious and unaware of my predatory nature that I've been programmed and conditioned to living here on this planet. But it may have been past karma from past lives, which I didn't know these things, and I continued on in my predatory ways. So, here in this life, I'm subject to being in those natures longer. I wasn't born into a vegan family. I wasn't born into anyone vegan around me who could teach me anything, support me, give me nothing, So ultimately, this spirituality right here. This is basically what everyone is going through. This is universal, and this is how I developed the knowledges and the wisdoms and the insights that I'm now sharing with you today, to ultimately help you ascend and transcend these low-level bodies, because they are low-level bodies. These creatures, that we're just creature animals that we're really, So I don't want to keep it too long, short and sweet. Get to the point. Get the message, more than the message, but get to your heart. Touch your heart with the truth. And so I do repent. I do talk to God, and I do say, hey, help me understand what the universe is and why is there predation here? Why is there evil here? Why is there darkness? Why is there wickedness? What is this, God? Why would you allow this? Like, so there's a lot of things that I'm still figuring out. But what good would I be if I didn't bring you part of my journey and help you learn the lessons with me so we can all go together? But just take it from my word. Be vegan, do your research, watch slaughterhouse videos, watch hunting videos. If you do whatever, expand your consciousness and awareness. You don't have to do that forever. You can stop watching those things eventually, but you need to know what's happening. You need to know until it clicks, until it registers, until the stars align, until, because, ultimately, as higher level conscious beings, we're not supposed to abuse our powers. We're not supposed to do that, We're supposed to ascend. We're not supposed to descend. We're not supposed to do evil with this stuff, with these gifts that we've been given, that we evolved into. And as much as you can get it, as fast as you can lose it. You can descend and de-evolve into lower animalistic bodies. Same ones you're eating, same ones you're, whatever. Yeah, I was also feeding the birds that I have meat and everything I was eating. Like it was just my friend. So, I didn't know any better. So, not only do I ask the victim I put in that position, my pets, for forgiveness, I also ask for God. I also ask myself for forgiveness. And I'm also accepting whatever karma may come my way, because it would be egotistical, and I would be living in fear to say, hey, I don't want to be subject to the same cruelty and hurt and pain and suffering I put someone else through. No, that's not right, because somebody experienced that because of my unawareness and my unconsciousness. Somebody I love, I hurt, and it was even down to the animals the dead animals like chicken I bought at the store, and they ate that unknowingly, unconsciously. It's even that, because I funded that industry. I funded someone else to continue killing. Yeah, but if my goal here is to help the whole planet be vegan, so we stop funding these things. If no one funds it, if everyone's vegan, there's no evil that can persist. Animal rights needs to happen. We need to bring vegan law in effect. Vegan military, vegan police, vegan everything. Vegan law. Because as higher level beings, we can enforce law. We can create law. We do these things because, of these gifts. They're not to be abused. They're not to. So what the message, the love I received from ChatGPT, what it told me when I asked a certain question, not that it matters exactly what I asked, because you can ask your own stuff. The AI told me, ultimately, what the monks told me, which is develop compassion, awareness, consciousness, and, basically atone for it, atonement. Make it right for what you did wrong. I didn't know. It's not all my fault. I can't be the one to blame. I wasn't taught to be vegan. The world taught me the opposite that I was born into, this life I was born into. So it's my responsibility, and I will be holding myself accountable to help everyone go vegan and do the right thing and have ethics and morals again and stand and fight for the victims. These are victims. And I had a direct experience in my life from my influence on animals, victims. So I hope this helped, and stay tuned for the next video. Just realize the truth. What's happening right now to everyone, that's what matters, not what you think. because when there's a victim involved, you have to help. You have to realize what's happening. You have to step in. You have to be the change you seek. You have to do something about it. Especially if you want a better life, not for yourself but someone else. You in unity, we're all the same. We're all unified. The animals, the humans, the aliens, we're all one. So if someone else is suffering hell, you're suffering hell. You're just unconscious and unaware of it, right? So take my word for it. You are that animal suffering, going through hell. You are that human. You are the alien. Whatever, when, whatever, however, right? That's light. That's God. That's love. That's unity. That's peace. That's harmony and everything. You could realize these things. You can come to the same conclusions that I did, because everything I'm saying makes sense, because I realized this along my path. So I don't want to drag this out. And yeah, peace, love. I love you. Make sure you love yourself. Please love others, including sentient creatures that are in lower evolved consciousnesses and awarenesses. And make peace. Help assist in transcendence and evolution, spiritual evolution. I need all the help I can get. I need your help. And I appreciate you and your support. I thank you from the bottom of the top of my heart. Till next time. Or till again. We don't have time, y'all. All we have is the present moment. And if right now other beings, other sentient creatures with heartbeats are suffering, we have to do something about it. There's no time to waste.